This is the scene right now, this moment, in Radrennbahn Stadium, Frankfurt, Germany. Today on ABC's Wide World of Sports, you'll see live by the Early Bird satellite a quarterfinal match in the WBA elimination tournament leading to a new heavyweight champion of the world. The principals, European champion Karl Mildenberger of Germany against the Argentine Oscar Bonavena. And now you're seeing the waters off Newport, Rhode Island, where the American defender Intrepid has been racing this week against the Australian challenger Dame Paddy. In color, you'll see our up-to-date report on this series for the America's Cup, all today on ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport, the thrill of victory, and the agony of defeat. The human drama of athletic competition. This is ABC's Wide World of Sports.
Brought to you by Allstate Insurance Company. You're in good hands with Allstate. By America's quality pipe tobacco. Relax in a man's world with Sir Walter Raleigh. Sooner or later, your favorite tobacco. And by Tums, now in a choice of 4 new flavors, as well as good old peppermint. Tums for the tummy. Good afternoon. I'm Jim McKay speaking to you from New York. And as is evident to you since you are watching right now, Wide World of Sports is coming to you some 2.5 hours earlier than our normal time. I mention that, however, because such things will be happening on a fairly regular basis during the next couple of months. We'll be coming to you sometimes before college football, as is the case today, sometimes after college football. So I would simply ask you to check your local listings each week to see precisely when Wide World is going to be on. Now, I hope whatever you're sitting on at the moment is comfortable and nice and soft. If not, you better get yourself a pillow because ABC Sports will be with you for the next 5 hours. We're going to be taking you live, for example, to Frankfurt, Germany for a heavyweight championship elimination fight. We'll be taking you live to College Station, Texas for the first big NCAA college football game of the year. But let's take all these things one at a time because there are actually a couple of other items, too. First of all, the fight. In Frankfurt, Germany, as we said by the Early Bird satellite, we're going to have another in the quarterfinal series of eliminations leading to a new heavyweight champion of the world. On the left there, that is the European champion, currently ranked the #1 challenger by the World Boxing Association, Karl Mildenberger of Germany. He'll be going against the big fella from the Argentine. That is Oscar Bonavena right there, ranked #3 by the WBA at the moment. And Oscar is very confident. When he got off the plane in Frankfurt, as I recall, they asked him if there was anything he requested. He said, well, simply that the referee can count to 10 without stuttering. So Oscar is very confident. Mildenberger's been a little more quiet about the whole thing. As I indicated, though, this is another of the quarterfinal bouts in this elimination series to name a new heavyweight champion. To bring you up to date, if you're a little confused about it, the first couple of quarterfinal matches took place in the Houston Astrodome on August 5th. You remember that Jimmy Ellis defeated Leotis Martin on a TKO in the 9th round, and then Thad Spencer scored the big upset of the day by beating former WBA champion Ernie Terrell on a unanimous 12-round decision. Now, this is the third quarterfinal bout coming up today, and there's going to be one more that'll take place on ABC's Wide World of Sports on October 28th. This is this afternoon's bout in Frankfurt, Germany. On October 28th, however, it'll be two-time former champion Floyd Patterson going against young Jerry Quarry in Los Angeles. And a quick sidelight on that, just last night, Quarry warmed up for that fight by knocking out the veteran Billy Daniels in the first round. So apparently Jerry is really ready. That fight will be coming to you right after the Notre Dame-Michigan State game, so what a day that should be on ABC Sports. The semifinals are scheduled for November 11th and for December 2nd, but today, live on the Early Bird, it's Mildenberger going against Oscar Bonavena. Now, I said about college football. College football will be SMU against Texas A&M, and Chris Schenkel and Bud Wilkinson, Bill Fleming are all down there ready to bring you that one right after Wide World goes off the air today. In addition, on Wide World, we're going to bring you our color report on the America's Cup races, which have been taking place this week in the waters off Newport, Rhode Island. Now, our intention today was to bring you today's 4th race live from the Goodyear blimp. The blimp was standing by. Everything was ready. But then rather precocious hurricane called Doria blew the whole thing out. There is no race taking place this afternoon because of the hurricane. They've rescheduled it, that is, for at least going over until tomorrow. However, we will show you in color our coverage of the first 3 races in the series, all of them won by Intrepid. These, then, are all the things that you're going to be seeing on Wide World of Sports and on the football, which follows on ABC today. We'll be back in a minute.
You think you got problems? Brother, no one believes a word I say. I sell Tums. Watch. 1 Tums neutralizes as much stomach acid as 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of a leading liquid. Proved at a famous medical center.
That's hard to believe. Those little things?
True. 2 Tums can lick any pizza, even onion.
You're putting me on. They taste just like mints.
Fact. Tums neutralizes excess acid more than twice as fast as the other leading tablet.
Tums? Little, inexpensive Tums?
All the facts in this commercial are true, but nobody believes them till they try Tums. It's the medicine that's hard to believe till you take it.
Okay, it's true, but it's hard to believe.
And now we're all set to go, live by the Early Bird satellite in Frankfurt, Germany. Remember, the fight will be Mildenberger against Bonavena, quarterfinal bout leading to a new heavyweight champion of the world eventually in the World Boxing Association Elimination Series. Standing by at ringside is our reporter on the scene, Howard Cosell.
Thank you very much, Jim. After 2 days of torrential downpours, the skies have cleared over here in Frankfurt, West Germany, and all threat of a postponement of this event has gone by the wayside. The evening is clear, it is cool, about 58 degrees, and as I said, the night is beautiful. The scene set is simply this. Karl Mildenberger, rated #1 in all the world, with Muhammad Ali presently deposed, is the World Boxing Association's choice to face Oscar Bonavena. Choice in the sense that this is a World Boxing Association sanctioned tournament, as Jim McKay has told you. Oscar Bonavena rated #3, Mildenberger #1, Mildenberger at 202.5, Bonavena at 204. And we have a standing room only crowd of about 18,000 people here. That sets the scene. The basic question, what kind of fight will it be? To help you provide some of the answers tonight, we have with us perhaps the shrewdest man in all of boxing, the man who did guide Muhammad Ali to the heavyweight championship of the world and hopes to do the same with Jimmy Ellis, Angelo Dundee. Angie, come on in here if you will. Angie, what's the first thing the viewers should look for tonight?
Well, they got to look for a quick start by Bonavena because he's going to look to get lucky early. Mildenberger is going to have to look to stay away from him because usually he comes in the stretch. I look for Bonavena to hit him some real good shots early, and the question mark is, does Mildenberger go down that easy, which he usually does in a lot of his fights. I look for a tough, rough fight.
A tough, rough fight. Bonavena's left hook, the key blow from his point of view.
Well, that's right, because Mildenberger's a southpaw, and what he does, he goes counterclockwise into left hooks. Now, he's going to get nailed with that hook because he runs right into it. But it's going to be a test of strength, condition, and it's going to be tough all the way.
Mildenberger's best punch, most effective punch in warding off the opponent and staying on the offensive, the right jab.
It's got to be his right jab because that's the one that gives you all the trouble. You got to remember one thing. He gave Muhammad his toughest fight.
That's true. All right, that's the way Angie Dundee further sets the scene for us. We'll be back to meet the fighters shortly after rejoining Jim McKay for the highlights of the first 3 America's Cup yacht races. Right now, let's pause for this message.
Right there. You see that corner linebacker went for the fullback instead of staying with his man. Let's drop the double coverage and work on zone defense.
Right. Wish I could work out something for this pipe.
What's wrong?
This pipe, it tastes harsh, bites. Could be your tobacco.
Here, try some of mine.
Sir Walter Raleigh.
Smells grand, packs right, tastes great. Can't bite, keeps fresh, so fresh in the pouch.
44% fresher. Enjoy the rewarding taste of Sir Walter Raleigh's great tobaccos and relax in a man's world. Sir Walter Raleigh is a blend of choice Kentucky Burleys, extra aged to the peak of mildness for rich, good flavor.
That'll do it. Good. By the way, thanks for the Sir Walter Raleigh. It's really smooth.
Relax in a man's world with Sir Walter Raleigh. Sooner or later, your favorite tobacco.
Challenger Dame Patty from Australia. Remember, the series is best 4 out of 7 races, so all Intrepid needs is one more victory, and that could come tomorrow, weather permitting. The series goes on, the American defenders still looking as great as the defenders have for 116 years. In just a minute, we're going to take a backward look to just a little over a year ago when Karl Mildenberger fought Muhammad Ali.
This is Dorothy Ann, just 18 months old, but already she has her own all-state life insurance. That's because her mommy and daddy, who are both 25, took out a special policy called Family Plan Life Insurance. It provides both parents with life insurance and also covers Dorothy Ann. Under this plan, Dorothy Ann's family has $8,000 of life insurance, $5,000 permanent insurance for Dad, $2,000 term insurance for Mother, plus $1,000 term insurance for Dorothy Ann. And if she has new brothers or sisters, they'll be covered automatically when they're 15 days old at no extra cost. That's $8,000 of family protection for less than $9 a month. This is life insurance value in the Sears tradition. Talk to an Allstate agent. In your home, if you like. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Well, we're back again on ABC's Wide World of Sports. I'm Jim McKay reporting from New York. Very shortly, we're going to be returning live by the early bird satellite to Frankfurt, Germany for the Mildenberger-Bonavena fight. Before we do that, however, we're going to take, as I said, a backward glance. Just a little over a year ago, September 10th, I believe was the date, when Karl Mildenberger met then-champion Muhammad Ali, or Cassius Clay. One of the key factors in that fight, as probably in this fight today, was the southpaw left-handed style of Karl Mildenberger. For example, in the second round of that fight, second round of the fight last year between Ali and Mildenberger, this was the scene. Let's take a look at it right now.
Challenger got in an excellent right lead against the champion. 1 minute and 10 seconds into round 2. There is no fear in Mildenberger, and he again got in another good chop. This moment, the champion is a little bewildered by that southpaw style. The challenger's right is a pawing jab. It is not a strong jab. So it may seem to be landing more effectively than in fact it is. One minute to the end of round 2. Remember, in the pre-fight interview, the champion said the style might trouble him for 3 or 4 rounds. It is definitely giving him trouble in this round. But always the challenger is open for those straight rights and on occasion lefts.
Well, that was the action in the second round of last year's fight, and as you could see, that southpaw style definitely was confusing Muhammad Ali, though certainly he wasn't hurt. On they went to the third round.
Three quick, 4, 5, 6 quick right jabs by Mildenberger. The left hook came in there. That time he hurt Ali. 1 minute to go, round 3. He heard him, he came in after him, and he got slugged himself with a left and a right and a left. I'll tell you this, Ali's not playing with this man, not at all.
Okay, that was action in the third round, and now just before we return live again to Frankfurt for today's fight, let's again look at the 8th round and some more of that southpaw style of Karl Mildenberger. Here we go.
Good left to the side of the champion's head. Is trying to work to the stomach now, bring the guard down so he can come through with the left. Angie Dundee pointed and said the 6th round, and it didn't happen, and Angie does not have the look of a happy man. Mildenberger is going after him. There is irritation on Clay's face and some puzzlement, too. He expected this man to roll over. He was entirely wrong. It's up to Ali to show that he can punch, that he can put a man away. He hasn't done it tonight. 1 minute to go in round 8. The eye open again, and the German challenger fighting almost as if in a frenzy.
And so it was. Of course, what you saw in that fight just a little over a year ago between Karl Mildenberger and the then champion Cassius Clay were Mildenberger's best moments as a sample of this southpaw style that very well could prove quite confusing to Oscar Bonavena in the fight that we are now just about ready to bring you live on the Early Bird satellite from Frankfurt, Germany. As a matter of fact, right now, let's go back there to Howard Cosell.
Thanks again, Jim. The two fighters, Bonavena and Mildenberger, are perhaps as different in their personalities as their fighting styles. Bonavena's a kind of gay blade, makes a lot of noise. They call him Ringo. He fashions his hair in the manner of Ringo Starr, one of the famed members of the Beatles quartet. And he makes a lot of noise, and he uses his hands a lot playfully. He's a funny guy to talk to, as you will see, because Angie Dundee and I did talk to him a couple of days ago at his training camp in Bad Soden, West Germany. Well, Angie Dundee, the roar of the second wild bull of the Pampas, Oscar Bonavena, of course. As I was saying, Angie Dundee hardly needs me to tell him what to ask a fighter, but because our viewers will want to follow what you're talking about in Spanish, Angie, let me presumably lead you. Oscar has never fought a southpaw before. How is he going to make his fight against Mildenberger?
Con Mildenberger tiene pensamiento perché è zurdo.
No, voy a subir arriba al ring. Y lo pienso todo arriba al ring.
No, he says doesn't make a difference. Right hand and left hand, he's going to go and attack him.
What will be his principal weapon?
¿Qué es la cosa principal que tú usas con eso lá?
Pegarle.
Hit him. That's all you're going to do. He's going to hit him.
You have often said, Angie, that a left hook is the best blow against a southpaw.
Yo solamente sai a vos que la mano sinistra es la mejor cosa para los zurdos. ¿Qué tú piensas?
Esta es buena. Pero con esta lo voy a noquear.
He's going to hit him with the right hand, but flatten him with the left hook.
Ask him how long it's going to take.
¿Cuánto tiempo te bisogna per...
2 meses.
No, per vincere questo combattimento.
Menos de 12 rounds.
It's just going to be less than 12 rounds.
But he doesn't want to state how early.
¿Cuándo es definitivo que round?
Antes del sexto. 6 rounds.
6 rounds, he says.
The 6th round. We wish you bluebirds in the spring, luck on the Pampas, and we hope that perhaps you'll go on into the semifinals.
No knockout, okay.
Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Oscar.
You're welcome.
The story with Oscar Bonavena. We'll be back with Karl Mildenberger and his manager, Wolfgang Mueller.
Talk to me about happy things, not about headaches and pills. I don't like taking pills. I don't like the idea of it. Strangely enough, that's the reason I take Bufferin for a headache. Because with Bufferin, I take 2, and that's it. Just about every time. 2 Bufferin, and that's it. Back to the happy things.
Honey, I don't have time to use band spray deodorant. I'll be late for work.
Better late than fired.
I'll be late.
Band won't wear off as the day wears on. Band won't wear off as the day wears on. Band gets you through the longest day. Band has the stuff to stay and stay. Band won't wear off as the day wears on.
There is Karl Mildenberger, rated #1 by the WBA, bouncing up and down in the ring as he awaits the start of this bout. Serious, purposeful, determined to become the heavyweight champion of the world, a different kind of man from Bonavena. You will meet him now as we talked with him 2 days ago, also at Bad Soden, West Germany. Karl Mildenberger to my left, of course, and his manager, Wolfgang Mueller, to his left. And, of course, Oscar Bonavena told us just a short while ago, Karl, that he was going to knock you out in the 6th round when you fight him. I wonder what your answer is to that.
Bonavena hat vorausgesagt, dass dich in der 6. Runde ausnommen will. Was hast du dazu? Das hat Cassius Clay auch gesagt. He just said that Cassius Clay said the same thing before the fight with him.
That's really not a bad answer. Of course, Bonavena is studiously preparing for Karl with a left hook, supposedly the best weapon against a southpaw. And how will you, Karl, counter that?
Hat sich auf den linken Haken spezialisiert. Ich glaube, dass das die beste Waffe ist. Ja, muss mich erstmal damit treffen und ich muss auf beide Fäuste aufpassen von ihm. First of all, he should prove that he can hit a left-hander with a left hook, and Karl is prepared for both hands.
All right. Bonavena is, as you both know, a very tough bull of a man. He's never been knocked out. Only Zora Foley has flawed him. Do you think you can knock him out?
Nur Zora Foley hat ihn bisher am Boden gehabt. Glaubst du, dass du ihn ausnocken kannst? Ausnocken ist zu viel gesagt, aber ich werde es versuchen. He's not, he would not say that he will knock him out, but if he has the chance, he will try it.
You are prepared, however, for a 12-round fight, and that's what you really expect, victory by a decision.
This is what we think should be the outcome.
All right, good luck to you, Karl. It's nice to be with you again. Thank you, Wolfgang. Karl Mildenberger and Wolfgang Mueller. We are back live in Frankfurt, West Germany. You are seeing Ringo Bonavena and Karl Mildenberger inside the ring as we get ready for tonight's WBA heavyweight elimination fight. Quickly, the scoring rules for tonight's contest. The 5-point must scoring system will be in effect. The winner of a round must get 5 points, the loser a lesser number. The mandatory 8-count for knockdowns will be employed. 3 knockdowns within a round will not automatically terminate the fight. Counting will continue after the bell, except, of course, for the bell ending the 12th and final round. In other words, you cannot be saved by the bell. Knocked down with 5 seconds to go. If you remain prostrate on the floor, counting will continue. This fight can end on a foul, let me tell you now, so that there will be no subsequent controversy. 3 foul warnings officially rendered by the referee to the officials will result in the termination of the fight, and the man fouled 3 times will be declared the winner. The officials for tonight's fight. The referee. We've just had a roar from the ring. I should tell you, too, very quickly, that we do have a prior champion at ringside, Ingemar Johansson, who came into prominence in 1959 when he knocked out Floyd Patterson in the 3rd round at Yankee Stadium. The officials, the referee, Harry Krause, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, now resident in Las Vegas, a well-known American fight referee who refereed the Patterson-Ali fight. He refereed one Patterson-Liston fight, also refereed other fights such as Poma Perret. The judges, Dr. Jose Stern of Argentina and Mr. Rudolf Drust of West Germany, who is also prominent in this country as a fight referee. Now I want to turn to Angelo Dundee as the fighters continue to warm up within the ring prior to the start of the bout. It's a very, very small ring. We've just had a local fighter introduced here, Angie. Only 16 and a half feet square. Can this have an effect on this bout?
Oh, yeah, this is a Bonavena ring, definitely. They'll be able to try to get this guy in corners, and Mildenberger won't be able to run. One thing I would have made sure I had a big ring in there for anybody, because especially for a boxer. And one thing I noticed that they put rosin down for
the national anthem, Angie. Presumably after our American anthem. We are waiting to see if they will now play the Argentine anthem. Yes. Argentinian anthem, and now West Germany. Finally over. We'll be back right after this message for the Mildenberger-Bonavena fight.
I am the famous but humble Professor Van Roon, and I'm an expert on car engines. And I can tell you why cars act old after just a couple of years. They begin to smoke and burn oil. They make noise. You can almost feel I'm getting old. If your car does this, just add a can of Alamite CD2 to your oil. The next time your oil stick shows that your havoc mark low, this Alamite CD2 stuff stops oil burning and makes your car run sweet and quiet as a pussycat. There's new life and power for your old car in every can of Alamite CD2. Stop and pick up some of this good stuff at your near service station. Alamite, Alamite CD2. Such power makes your car run like a...
Well, we're finally ready for the start of the Mildenberger-Bonavena fight. Mildenberger will be in the white trunks, Bonavena in the dark trunks. As you see the floor of your ring during the course of the fight, you will see some white material on it. It is rosin brought by the Bonavena people. They have placed it on the ring so that Bonavena will not be subject to slipping. It shouldn't matter to Mildenberger. He is wearing sneakers. We should tell you quickly as we await the bell for round one, the fighters will be using 6-ounce gloves, and Angie, 6-ounce gloves mean another advantage for Bonavena.
Oh, it's definitely an advantage. He's definitely a puncher. The other fellow's the boxer. This gives him a big advantage in the fight.
Round one underway. Mildenberger circle clockwise to his right. This can be a serious problem for Mildenberger because he is circling into the strength of Bonavena, which is the left hook. There you saw it. Did not connect, really. Mildenberger using his most effective weapon, the pawing jab. Bonavena is not moving steadily forward, as most people think he must. On the other hand, he may be suffering Mildenberger. Saying that so far Bonavena is fighting all wrong. We're both astonished. At least I am, Angelo, aren't you?
I'm surprised. He should be going to the fellow, and he's backing off. He's going to look to counter a southpaw, which is very difficult.
Remember in our talk with Angie earlier, tactically, and this is a fight of tactics, if Mildenberger can survive the first 5-6 rounds, he then figures first exchange. There is Mildenberger's old failing to come forward. Bonavena may have suckered him. We've got 35 seconds left in the first round, the first knockdown. Mildenberger's old propensity for going down early. But, again, remember, like Patterson, he goes down often and gets up often. We have 20 seconds left in this first round. Mildenberger is definitely hurt, as you heard Angie say.
Submarine Illuminator, where we'll test Simonized new Master Wax. First detergent-proof car wax. Half this car is done with Master Wax, half with another leading liquid. And now we'll see how tough new Master Wax really is, with a scrub down to the submarine's crew. The biggest enemies of wax are hot water and harsh detergent, so if Master Wax survives this, it'll survive anything. And now for the rinse. In the Caribbean, in the deepest diving submarine in the world. Master Wax went on easier than the other. Now let's see which one stands up better. She's on the surface. And look on the right. Master Wax is the one that's still beating, still protecting, because Master Wax wears like iron and won't wash off. New detergent-proof Master Wax. Strongest wax Simonized or anybody else has ever made.
You're seeing Bonavena come up. Start of round 2. Bonavena against Mildenberger. Bonavena in the dark trunks. Angelo Dundee is scoring on the side here. Scored the first round 5 points for Bonavena, 3 for Mildenberger. We'll keep you abreast of Angie's scoring as we go. Again, Mildenberger in the white trunks, Bonavena in the black. Right lead to the stomach, and the left hook caught Mildenberger again, and he's in trouble again. He must stay away, Angelo, if he's to survive.
Well, no, that left hook's always going to get in there.
Paul scoring with a left to the stomach. Bonavena holding for the first time, but not really hurt. Now against Muhammed, Mildenberger was a sucker for a straight right, but that right was to the head. Bonavena won't be able to hit him that way. Tell them why not, Angelo.
Well, because it's a foul, and they watched it here very closely. Mildenberger, by the way, is cut already over the right eye.
You mean a foul because Bonavena is not tall as Ali is and will be striking the right to the stomach and will be hitting downward.
That's correct. The whole trick to this fight, though, Howard, is that left hook, because he's a converted southpaw, Bonavena.
Amazing that Mildenberger would stick to these tactics. He continues when he circles the circle properly. There's the right jab, but it does not damage, and he was open for a straight right to the head. We have a minute to go in the second round. Slip, not a knockdown. For Bonavena, better condition than I've ever seen him. Condition has always been a problem with him. Half minute to go in this second round.
Meet two deadly enemies of the gridiron, quarterbacks Don Meredith and Charlie Johnson. But off the field, they do agree on this.
I've got a real tough beard.
Who doesn't?
And I use new Aquavelva silicone leather to make shaving smooth.
So do I.
Silicones right in the leather act like tiny ball bearings.
For a slicker shave every time.
I use regular.
I use menthol.
Get the slick one. New Aquavelva silicone lather. Why fight it?
There's something about an Aquavelva man. You're my kind of guy. I want you so. Baby, everything about you is go, go, go. With Aquavelva lotion, our romance began because there's something about an Aquavelva man.
Get Aquavelva Aftershave Lotion, regular, menthol, and now luxurious frost lime.
The start of round 3. Angelo Dundee scored the second round. Bonavena 5. Mildenberger 5. He scored the round even. He has Bonavena leading 10 points to 8 at this point. They worked on Mildenberger's right eye between rounds. At this moment, it seems to be in reasonable shape. Connected in this round. The background noise you're hearing, there is a group here of Argentinians who keep calling Ringo, Ringo, Ringo. Harry Krause warns Bonavena for hitting Mildenberger as he's in a crouch after a slip. However, Angelo states to the officials that it was a warning of a foul.
Yes, because he was looking to hit him when he was down, but he didn't hit him. The referee reprimanded him for trying to hit him while he was down.
But this will not be recorded officially with the officials as one of 3 foul warnings.
It's not.
We have a minute 15 seconds left in round 3. Lead to the belly with a minute to go in the round from Bonavena, followed by an attempted left hook. Neither did any. Mildenberger left himself open then, losing his balance. Odd if either fighter should lose his balance, it would be Bonavena, because he walks with his toes extended upward in the air.
Frances Hiller is having the time of her life on her husband's business trip. So's her husband, Merwin, and just think, it all started with 3 little words.
Take me along.
United paid 1/3 of Frances's fare. The Hillers charged the rest with their United credit card. They got side-by-side seats on the plane and reduced hotel and rental car rates over the weekend. But do you know what was the most important thing that they got?
It's like a second vacation.
That's it. And to think think the whole thing started with 3 little words.
Take me along. By the friendly skies of United.
The start of round 4, Ringo Bonavena in the black trunks, Karl Mildenberger in the white. Don't forget, immediately after the termination of Wide World of Sports today, we're taking you direct to College Station, Texas for SMU against Texas A&M with Chris Schenkel and Bud Wilkinson. At this moment, Angelo Dundee has this fight scored 15 points for Bonavena and 12 for Mildenberger. The crowd there but token their excitement over an attempted blow by Mildenberger that did not land. Bonavena in the black trunks, Mildenberger in the white. Clumsy, graceless, effective when he lands. That's Bonavena. We have gone a minute and a half into the 4th round. I sense Mildenberger at this moment gaining in confidence, don't you, Angie?
Oh, yes, because Bonavena's waiting on him too long. He must go and attack the guy more. But the odd part about this fight is 2 southpaws fighting each other. Only thing, Bonavena's staying right-handed. Here goes that left hook.
But it did not get to Mildenberger the way the earlier one did that knocked him down in the 1st round. The left got in there, not joltingly. Crowd excitement, but nothing really. 35 seconds to go in this, the 4th round. We have 15 seconds left in the 4th round, and this was clearly Mildenberger's best round thus far. Commercial and did not. There you saw the continued counting after the bell. That knockdown at the end of the round gave that round to Bonavena. Again, he caught Mildenberger with the left hook. And we scored that round. Bonavena 5 points, Mildenberger 4. Bonavena leading 20-16 as Angelo Dundee sees it. And I think Bonavena is getting away with murder here because of Mildenberger's lapses. Don't you, Angie?
Yes, because Mildenberger should be sticking more, but he's not. Now, Mildenberger was winning the round up until the time of the knockdown. So that's how Bonavena got the round on the knockdown, but it wasn't a big round. He just won it 5-4.
The moment Mildenberger discards his tactics of moving backwards, jabbing, moving away, jabbing, he's in trouble, and repeatedly he does it. We move now to the start of round 5. Bonavena in the black trunks, Mildenberger in the white. Mildenberger has been knocked down twice thus far in the bout, in the 1st round and in the 4th. He does not appear, however, to have been seriously weakened by either knockdown. For the first 4 rounds, you've seen a puncher against a man with no punch. A A man who can box against a man who can, but who doesn't use his boxing ability to the best possible advantage against a stronger, harder-hitting opponent. Gone by in the 5th round.
Mildenberger's trying to use that right jab to the body, try to bring the fella's hands down to nail him with a good left hand. That's what he's looking for.
But he got nailed again with a left.
Well, that's what happens. The strength of Bonavena is telling right now.
Mildenberger did the same thing against Muhammed, Angelo. He kept moving forward.
Well, I'll tell you, Mildenberger's fighting a little better now. He's looking to set his man up. But the awkwardness of Bonavena is what's saving him.
Himself open again. Naturally, the crowd, Mildenberger-minded here in Frankfurt, West Germany, got excited. We have 15 seconds left in this, the 6th round of the fight. Correction, the 5th.
Telephone, $13.75. Drugstore, $23. Gas station, $11.75. Dentist, $20. Life goes on, and so do bills. What's the best kind of life insurance policy? A John Hancock man won't have any snap answers. He'll sit down with you and figure out what's best for your own family's needs. Maybe a plan that insures both you and your wife because you both work. Or maybe a John Hancock plan that provides a monthly check to pay the family bills. Maybe you'll take a feature from one plan and add it to another. Maybe not. If anybody in this life insurance business can design the right plan for you, it's probably us.
John Hancock, huh?
Karl Mildenberger at the start of the 6th round. Mildenberger is in the white trunks, Bonavena in the black, and in the last round, a point was taken away from Bonavena for low punching. So that round would be, according to Angie Dundee, scoring either even or Mildenberger's round. It's hard to evaluate. Don't forget, when Wide World of Sports ends today, you'll be going to College Station, Texas. Texas A&M against SMU, the start of the great NCAA college football schedule for this season. The men of Gene Stallings against the men of Hayden Fry. Mildenberger is hurt, claiming low blow. Is pulling its reaction.
Bonavena got butted badly.
Not cut though, Angelo. No blood.
Not cut, no blood, but he got butted. A minute and a half to go in the 6th round. Crowd awakening to the action.
He would knock Mildenberger out in. Then scored against Mildenberger with a minute to go in round 6. We have 30 seconds left in this round. Those of them who are Argentinian chant Ringo. It's scored.
Well, here's one way to dress. But more men like to start with the comfortable fit and good looks of Hager slacks. Hager Forever Press slacks of acrylan rayon hold on to a crease, bounce out wrinkles like a pro. Then, too, that acrylan wear-dated guarantee for 1 full year makes an awful lot of sense. And when he's feeling frisky, he can just let go. His Hager slacks are going to keep right on looking trim and crisp. Oops, wrong pew, Buster. But no matter. Heat and humidity are no sweat to Hager Forever Press slacks. That fresh pressed look will last through heat and hot water. Even when they get soiled, just chuck them into a washer and forget it. No ironing ever needed. And for the young swingers, Hager Forever Press slacks come in extra slim cut snug duds. They're wear dated too. So when you want to be well dressed and comfortable too, start with Hager slacks. They just fit better, naturally.
We move to round 7. Bonavena in the black trunks. Mildenberger in the white. Oddly, up till this point, Angelo Dundee and Nat Fleischer, the editor and publisher of Ring Magazine, have scored this bout identically. 28 points for Bonavena, 26 for Mildenberger. On both cards, Mildenberger won the last round. The point where one begins to wonder if Bonavena can knock Mildenberger out. If this fight now runs to form, Mildenberger is getting the boxing edge. A left hit Mildenberger. He sought to retaliate with a right that did not connect, though it provoked crowd roars. Chopping right knocked Mildenberger down for the 3rd time in this fight.
He hurt him with that right hand. He definitely hurt him. It definitely was a knockdown. Referee called it right. Knockdown.
Heard Angie in the midst of some confusion here at ringside reiterate my call of a knockdown. A minute to go in this, the 7th round.
Still the strength of Bonavena, which is dominating this fight. This is why he's getting away with everything, because he's fighting and backing up. Mildenberger should be taking advantage of, but he isn't. It's that strictly that converted southpaw style of Bonavena, which is winning them the fight thus far.
Bonavena punishing Mildenberger in this one-sided exchange. 23 seconds left in this, the 7th round. looking at Karl Mildenberger as we get ready for the start of round 8. And Harry Krause, the referee, just confirmed to me that that was a knockdown in the 7th round. It sure was, he said. Anytime your glove touches the canvas, it's a knockdown. And, of course, Mildenberger's glove did. The right lead surprised Mildenberger again. Those occasional right leads are getting to him. Bonavena in the black trunks, Mildenberger in the white. Mildenberger rated by the World Boxing Association prior to this bout #1. Bonavena rated #3. In perfect candor, Angelo, these men are not Muhammad Ali's.
Well, after all, Muhammad Ali already licked Mildenberger, and you know, in this type of a style for him would have been duck soup.
Bonavena's, you mean?
Yes, definitely. Waiting on him, he would have got really beat up.
But right lead to the stomach, Angie, against Mildenberger. Backed him off.
That's the way he wants to fight him, under and over. And the hook is the power shot.
Ball scored with the right jab, but even as in the case of the Muhammad Ali fight, it evokes roars from a partisan crowd out of proportion to its effectiveness. He hurt him again with the right lead to the stomach. Bonavena hurt Mildenberger. Mildenberger's in jeopardy here. He's got to stay away from him. Angelo Dundee with this reporter, Howard Cosell, at ringside here in Frankfurt, West Germany. The right lead again. At this point, with a minute to go in this round, the strength of Bonavena seems to be gradually overcoming Mildenberger. And of course, nobody could talk with more authority about Muhammad Ali or about Jimmy Ellis or about boxing than Angelo Dundee. He's the man who guided Ali to the title and hopes to do the same with Jimmy Ellis in this tournament as the referee breaks the fighters. We have a half minute to go in this round. Round 8, Bonavena is back to you against Mildenberger. Mildenberger scored with a left.
What's happening? The first 100mm cigarette with balanced flavor has finally happened. New L&M Golden Hundreds. Flavor balanced right smack in the middle. It's what's happening and happening. New L&M Golden Hundreds. Not just a long cigarette, but the only 100mm cigarette with perfectly balanced flavor. New L&M Golden Hundreds. White filter, 100mm, balanced flavor. It's what's happening. New L&M Golden Hundreds. Balanced flavor is happening in menthol, too. New L&M Menthol Hundreds. Balanced flavor has finally happened.
We begin round 9. Mildenberger in the white trunks, Bonavena in the black. The cumulative scoring totals of both Angelo Dundee, who's with me at ringside, and Nat Fleischer of Ring Magazine, the editor and publisher, show Bonavena ahead 38-33. The awkwardness and the strength of Bonavena, the telling points thus far. Neither fighter exactly gifted in the classic role. time for a square question. Angelo Dundee, how could Mildenberger have looked so much more effective against Muhammad Ali than against this clumsy opponent?
Well, the awkwardness of Bonavena is what's making him win. Against a classic boxer, Mildenberger knew the answer. Remember one thing, Muhammad Ali, there's only one guy like him. He made everybody look good, so it's not surprising that Mildenberger looked good with him.
He made Cleveland Williams look good?
Well, you got a good exception there.
A minute and a half gone in this, the 9th round. Bonavena facing us, Mildenberger to the right of your screen in the white trunks. Right lead to the stomach by Bonavena. That time did not reach. To go. Mildenberger jab. However, Bonavena substantially slipped the punch. That shot Mildenberger got in this fight. He has Bonavena holding and bowling. A left and a right in combination. Mildenberger's first display of power against Bonavena, and this crowd is going wild. Mildenberger to the attack. We have 15 seconds left in the 9th round. You're looking at Bonavena for the first time in this fight, a little bit confused. That was a good combination that Mildenberger hit him with, Angelo Dundee.
Real good. Walked in with a jab to the body, straight left hand. He set him up pretty. And this is the kind of fight he's got to fight to come on to win. Now, evidently, Bonavena's starting to pay for his mistakes of waiting on the guy.
42-38 is the way Angelo Dundee has it scored, having given that round to Mildenberger. The chants of the crowd in the background. Milda, 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 which is, of course, short for Mildenberger. Just outside of Mildenberger's corner, by the way, a live little pig. It's an old Frankfurt, West Germany custom. Once a champion fighter gave a fighter a pig, and one is given one to Mildenberger. Start of round 10. Bonavena in the black trunks. Mildenberger in the white. And I think it's a fair statement that at this moment, Bonavena has more respect for Mildenberger than he did. Bonavena is not a fighter who likes to get hurt.
I'd say one thing, that Mildenberger surprised me hurting with that punch. It didn't look that authoritative, but Bonavena definitely was hurt, and he grabbed and held.
I have seen other fighters who respond better to punishment than Bonavena, haven't you?
Well, I've seen him, but the thing is this, we don't know what the effect of that punch is going to have on him from the rest of this fight now.
Right lead again, high on the chest, and not damaging by Bonavena. Complaining to the referee, but in perfect honesty, it's hard to see what about.
He's complaining that Mildenberger's grabbing him behind the head and hitting him with his left hand.
I didn't see it, did you?
Oh, yeah, I saw it. He grabbed.
You thought he did?
Every time they clinch, he grabs him behind the head. You can catch it.
Bonavena slipped of his own volition. Mildenberger again in combination.
Mildenberger's fighting this fight right now, and he's got Bonavena eating out of his hand.
There was the grabbing that Bonavena complained about a moment ago. That time clearly visible. punishment as Mildenberger has, toying with Bonavena. He's made Bonavena careful.
Yes, he has. He's making him respect him, and that's what he had to bring it out. Respect, and now he's starting out boxing real well.
We have 35 seconds left in this round. To go. Another good round for Mildenberger. Mildenberger against Bonavena. A left hook. Garrick Mildenberger as he was coming in. This round is over. Nobody heard the bell. Nobody heard the bell. Bonavena went after Mildenberger. The crowd is cheering and booing Bonavena, but he didn't hear the bell. I didn't hear the bell. And Angelo Dundee, did you hear the bell?
I can't hear that bell. There's something wrong with that bell. It's not loud enough. And neither fighter heard the bell.
They are working on Mildenberger now with the salts, just as Mildenberger was assuming some degree of control of this fight. According to his own tactics, the left hook came joltingly in there. Almost savagely, really, because Bonavena has ox-like power and downwind Mildenberger. 4 knockdowns in this fight, recorded by Bonavena against Mildenberger. And how do you have it scored now, Angelo?
I've got it scored 47-42. Mildenberger was winning the round. That's why I couldn't give Bonavena 3 points. I gave him 5-4.
We are ready now for round 11. And now it's Mildenberger who's back to circling and backing away because of that left hook that ended the 10th round. Bonavena in the black trunks using the left hook again. And Mildenberger, of course, in the white. Mildenberger. Looking dismayed at this moment in Mildenberger's corner is Peter Mueller, former German middleweight champion. And, of course, his manager, Wolfgang Mueller. Now materially slackened. Bonavena will have gone through this 12 rounds better than any distance we've previously seen him. Unless by some strange quirk of fate, Angelo Dundee is knocked out.
Well, I feel that he's gotten his confidence back, and he has the other fellow hurt, and Mildenberger has nothing to hurt him with right now. But Bonavena better not gamble because he can punch pretty good with the left hand.
And that was the left that just got into Bonavena. With a minute to go in this, the 11th round of a 12-round bout. Bonavena in the black trunks, Mildenberger in the white. To go in the 11th round. The likelihood is, based upon our time commitments, we will not go into the ring after this bout. We will be going, of course, as soon as Wide World is over, to College Station, Texas. Texas A&M against SMU with Chris Schenkel and Bud Wilkinson.
Who says they don't make tools like they used to anymore? Stanley makes a steel hammer with a drop-forged head that's so strong it can lift a truck with a hippopotamus inside. You don't plan to lift a hippopotamus? Well, think how many nails you can drive and pull out with a hammer this strong. This Steelmaster hammer is rim-tempered to help keep the face from chipping. Stanley makes tools like they used to anymore. Like powerful circular saws. Like the Stanley Surfform that shaves almost anything. Like the Yankee ratchet screwdriver. Like power drills that bore holes in concrete. Like rugged steel chisels and precision levels and power lock rules. Who says they don't make tools like they used to anymore? Stanley makes tools like they used to anymore.
12th and final round, Mildenberger, white trunks, Bonavena, black trunks. Bonavena apparently safely ahead. In this, the third quarterfinal match of the WBA heavyweight elimination tournament. Bonavena belaboring Mildenberger against the ropes. This World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Tournament is, of course, sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, which was founded in 1921, which is the only governing body in boxing recognized throughout the world. It's a voluntary association of 48 states and city athletic commissions in the United States with 12 major affiliates overseas. Bob Evans of Louisville, Kentucky is the president of the WBA, and he is here at ringside tonight. Down the final stretch. 52 points for Bonavena, 46 for Mildenberger, as scored by Angelo Dundee. At ringside here with this report. Precise scoring also by Nat Fleischer, the famed publisher and editor of Ring Magazine. And Mildenberger is a tired fighter at this point. A minute and a half to go in the final round, round 12. Immediately we have the decision. We're sending you right back to Jim McKay in New York. And then College Station, Texas for the start of the NCAA college football season. Texas A&M against SMU. Argentinians who are here, he now knows he has it won, Angelo.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been the strength and the punch has done the job and the awkwardness of Bonavena, and he's a converted southpaw. That's what's messed up Mildenberger. He couldn't figure out which way Bonavena's going.
Quickly, before the bout terminates and before we go back to New York and Jimmy Ellis, your man, may have to fight Bonavena. Is Bonavena too strong for him?
I don't know about that. Jimmy Ellis is a good fighter, and I've said this before. Egotistically, Jimmy Ellis is going to win it all.
A prediction by Angelo Dundee as Bonavena awkwardly flails away with 15 seconds to go before the end of the bout. Is over, and Ringo's handlers are embracing him. There's apparent dejection in the Mildenberger corner. It would be a total shock. Wouldn't you agree, Angelo, if this fight were given on a decision to Mildenberger?
Oh, there's going to be no way. I mean, it was Bonavena, the knockdown, his ability to take Mildenberger's best punches, and he reacted every time, and he came back with the best, strongest punches.
Just at this moment, while we await the decision, go back to Jim McKay in New York.
Howard, it's just a quick reminder here that college football, as you said, is coming up right after the decision in this fight. It'll be SMU against Texas A&M at College Station, Texas, live in color on ABC over most of these stations. And there's Ringo, very, very happy. The decision, however, has still not been rendered. Next week on ABC's Wide World of Sports, it's going to be the World Water Skiing Championships and the Darlington Southern 500 Stock Car Race. Two great shows and an all-color show next week. Howard, a lot of happiness over there. Back to you.
The decision has been announced.
They didn't give the voting as yet.
They have not given the voting, but they have declared Oscar Bonavena the winner of this quarterfinal match in the World Boxing Association-sponsored heavyweight elimination tournament. The next quarterfinal will be October 28th. Jerry Quarry, who knocked out Billy Daniels in the first round last night, against Floyd Patterson, the two fought previously. It's a happy Oscar Ringo Bonavena. Clumsy, awkward, graceless, we said, but admittedly powerful and hard punching. We're going to try and stay with you here in Frankfurt, West Germany, to find out if the decision is unanimous. Harry Krause. We are trying to get Harry Krause over here. The decision is official. Ringo Bonavena, the winner. But the scoring, the unanimity, has not yet been announced, and we are trying desperately. Angelo is screaming the referee, Harry Krause, to try and get it. We're going to have to leave you from Frankfurt, West Germany. Oscar Bonavena has decision Karl Mildenberger back to Jim McKay in New York City.
And that's the way it was on Wide World of Sports. Air travel arrangements for ABC's Wide World of Sports made through United Airlines, who also furnished promotional consideration. This has been an ABC Television Network sports presentation.